stuff for beginners. I might go over some of the safeties and how to get them. That's probably what I'll do now. I'll go over the safety route. I'll put a marker in there for you, Pops. All right, so the first safety that you're going to get is desert, okay? Now, I'm going to go over a little bit of theory here, okay? So, when I joined the community, there was a big, in my opinion, I guess, there was kind of a hierarchy of safeties in the order to drop them. Now that I've been in this community for a long time, I've worked with a lot of people of all skill levels. My view on this has actually changed. So the way I would say was recommended for most people was to pick up all of the safeties. Then you would drop half magic. Then you would drop a bottle. Or you drop probably half magic. You'd maybe drop a bottle, and then you'd maybe drop something like gold and silvers. Or you'd maybe drop half magic. You drop gold and silvers, keep the bottles and the powder, and then you would drop a bottle, then you drop 2 bottles, and you'd run with powder. And you'd run with powder to like sub 90, and then you drop powder and just have mushroom. I actually don't suggest that anymore. If you work with me, and anyone who has worked with me, I think the bottle is a much better safety to have than powder. As you get better at the game, my hierarchy of dropping stuff is actually this. It is gold silvers goes first, then half magic goes after that, because I like people to have half magic for tempered fight. Okay, so dropping half magic before gold and silvers to me doesn't make any sense. So the first one is gold and silvers that I get rid of. Then I get rid of the half magic. Then after half magic, I would get rid of 1 bottle. Okay. Then after that, I suggest people drop the powder. And they keep the bottle and the fairy. And I always suggest that people get the early bottles in desert. And I suggest that people get early bottle and fairy and take it as low as you need. If you need to go to like 129, 128 with that safety, believe me, having a bottle and not having the powder, in my opinion, makes you better at NMG, because it helps you to play the game under stressful situations where you have low hearts, you have, you don't have a backup, you can't go powder everything, okay? And that's kind of what NMG is all about. Really, when you want to get down to the fast times and you lose your safeties, you need to learn to play in these situations. And powder is what I call stabilizers, okay? You can just powder your way through, and you never learn to fight bosses in tough situations. You never learn to do rooms in tough situations. With the bottle, it forces you to play in those tough situations, but if you do get hit, then you have a backup, okay? And the run doesn't die, you get to continue, you play on for a little bit, you get another fairy, and you keep going. So I have recommended this this idea to a lot of people in my Discord, and they're doing really, really, really well with it. It's really made people get very good very quickly, and I've had people that have even dropped it, and I've even told them to pick it back up again, and they've PB'd. Like there's one person in my Discord was dropped it and had a good run, got a good PB, and then tried to play without it, and it was awful. They were hating it. I made them pick it back up again. They picked it up again, and they got 3 PBs in like a month. And now they're way better with the bottle than they were without it. So they're continuing to just grab the bottle. It really, really is a great safety. It doesn't cost too much time. I think it's around 45 seconds to get it, to get the fairy and all that stuff. Can't stress enough. That's my opinion. It is an opinion. It's not a right or wrong, but that is my opinion. But it is based on teaching people in this community for years and years and years. And I've seen the results that it has versus the other way, which is the way that I did it when I came onto the community. If I could go back and do it all again, I would take bottle probably to 128, 127 even. I'd like, there's just, the sky's the limit with it. But I'd always keep mushroom to the very end. The mushroom is the last safety you will drop. I should mention that. So bottle fairy, then the last one would be mushroom, and then you drop them. I know people that took mushroom to 125, for example. It's a great, great, great safety. So with all that in mind, let's go through how you'll get all these safeties, okay? So I guess the first thing we'd have to do is if you're going to get the bottle route, the very first thing in Eastern Palace that you do is you go into the entrance. And you'll pick up what we call the 100 chest. Just check that I have safe states on here. Okay, we do have safe states on here. Okay, perfect. So obviously the normal way would be come in here, go up the stairs, but we're going to take a little detour here. And we're going to grab money! That's what we're going to go over right now. I'm going over the entire route, all the fairies, etc, etc. I'm going to show you how to get them all. Okay. So that is the 100 coins. This is what we need in order to get the extra bottle. Okay. So that's the 100s. If you want, you can jump back down here and try and avoid this. Again, there's no need to. You can just walk over here, be safe, right? You don't need to go up the middle there. Yes, it's faster if you want to go faster, but again, it's not necessary, okay? So there's always an option, okay? Once you've got the 100, the next time that you're going to deviate from the route will be in desert and unholy spin speed. You will not be doing the unholy spin speed if you're beginning. So you're going to dash up here. That's not actually how you do that, but it doesn't really matter. You're going to grab the book, okay? You're going to know this. And then from here, you're going to jump down here. You're going to dash up here. Now you will have money here, so I'm going to just give myself money. But you will have this money already. Okay, and then you're going to come up here. And you're going to go in here and get the bottle. And you're going to go in here and get the fairies. Now I'm going to show you two different routes, okay? And there's a reason why I'm going to show you two different routes. This is important. So this is what we call, in my opinion, optimizing safeties. People will say that you shouldn't optimize safeties. I disagree with that. I think you should optimize anything that you do in the game. And there's no point in, wasting 30 seconds getting safeties if there's a better way to do it, in my opinion. Take that with a grain of salt. So if you're... After that, you'll come up here to this guy here. He will give you another bottle. Okay? And after that, we can dash out. Do not do I'd obviously do this, but come down here, sorry. It's probably a better way to do this. Let me think about this. Yeah, so from here, we'd probably dash down. I'd say we go down like this. Yeah, this is probably better. Alright, there you go. I'm not going to sit and time it, but there's different ways. You can even time that yourself. That can be a little bit of a challenge for you. How fast can you do the screen, get the bottles and the fairies? Use your timer on the top right there. Have some fun with it. But we now have 2 bottles, okay? Okay, now pay attention. This is what we call the tree bonk. You will only do this if you're getting the 1 bottle route. Okay, if you're getting 2 bottle routes, you do skip this, okay? The reason is if you're doing early bottles in desert and you're getting 2 bottles, we want to fill both bottles, okay? And it's a waste of time to bonk this tree when you're going to be going and getting another fairy in Desert Palace anyway, okay? So this one here is only for people that are grabbing 1 bottle. And the people that are doing 1 bottle will be good enough to do an item dash, okay? An item dash is when you push Y and A on the same frame, okay? Like this. Okay, this is typically the way that people do it. And you see that we dash with our net out. Okay? Alright, so here's how this route goes. So you dash down to here, okay? And then you're going to go to here, and then you're going to dash like this. Okay? Now, a few things to note here. You have to come down low enough. So what I mean by that is if you come to here and you dash, okay, you won't catch the bug net. This happens if you're too high. You have to be low, and you can come right down. Like, it's not... The pixel window's huge. You just can't be too high, okay? So you come down like this, turn around. Oh. And if you make a mistake like I just did, you're not going to be able to make it, okay? If you've got one bottle and you're scared of these guards, just kill them. Just get them out of the way. Okay? You can also just do this and catch it as well if you want. Like, you don't have to do this item dash if you don't want. Like, you can just dash along here like this. Then kill this guy. Get this fairy. Okay, so lots of different ways to do this, but the optimal way for you people that are getting one bottle only... that's what happens if you miss it. So you see I tried to add an item dash. I didn't cancel my dash. I just dashed into the bush. So when you make a mistake, just continue walking into the bush. This time I got it. And then you can dash like this. Alright? So that's what my suggestion would be if you're getting one bottle only. Okay? If you're getting two bottles, which a lot of the beginners will be getting, I would suggest... dash cancelling with a diagonal. No, I'm just turning right. All I'm doing is facing the tree like this and just pushing. I'm just doing a... That's it. That's all I'm doing. Nothing fancy. Just face the direction that you're going and do an item dash. Okay. Yeah, and again, these are the questions that we want. Ask all the questions, okay? This is what we're here for. So if you got any questions, don't be afraid to speak up, okay? If you're seeing something that you don't understand what I'm doing, just ask the question, okay? If you're going to get two bottles, which a lot of the beginners will, I would suggest, where are we here? This is where I would suggest that you grab them, okay? Because this is the only spot that you're going to get. And I need to give myself two bottles. I need to give myself the bug net. It's not about being faster than the powder, okay? It's more about what it allows you to do. It's got nothing to do with how long it takes you to get it. They are about the same time in terms of the safety and in terms of how long it takes to get there. The powder's probably maybe a little bit faster overall. But it's more about what the bottle allows you to do. The mentality that it gives you and what it teaches you as an NMG runner. That's why I prefer it over the powder. But they're both very good safeties. And as a beginner, I would suggest you pick them all up for a long time. Like, I don't suggest dropping any safeties until you're like a 1-3x runner, okay? Until you're starting to get 136, 135, that sort of level. That's the level that I want to see you dropping safeties, right? And if you're getting 140s, 145s and all that sort of stuff, don't be dropping safeties. But once you get to that sort of 135, 136 level, that's kind of where I want to see you dropping gold and silvers, dropping, you know, half magic, dropping a bottle, one bottle and doing the one bottle route. Then eventually dropping, you know, then I like to see people take bottle and powder to like 133, 132. Then you can drop like powder at 133, 132, and then you can take bottle to like 131, and then maybe drop the bottle for sub 90 if you want to. That would be kind of like a rough estimation, and that depends on the person and the skill level. So again, the bottle that I showed you there is what I would suggest if you're doing the one bottle strat. If you're going to do the two bottle strat, you just come in here. Now, the thing to note about this is these fairies cannot come out the water, okay? So I suggest just standing here, okay, when you come in and swiping them from outside the water. Now, you can go in, but sometimes what happens is that happens, okay? So just come in. I would sort of stay in out the water. I went too close there, obviously. Your net is pretty big. So just stay away from these fairies. Don't get too close to them. And just take your time with them and grab them. They're a little bit tricky sometimes. This one you can actually grab right off the bat. So you can come to here, this spot here, and get this one almost every time. Like that. If you're quick enough. So this would be if you're going to get 2 bottles. As I missed it, but yeah. And if you miss it, don't worry. There's going to be another spot very soon that you can grab them. There's lots of spots in the games where you can get fairies. Okay, so then after that, I would say the next place to potentially get a fairy. And I'm going to make sure that I give myself the I want to say on Hera, probably not. Yeah, fairy hitboxes are annoying. I'm trying to think of like spots where you might be able to get a fairy. Hera, there's not much. So Hera's kind of like you don't have much chance. Aghanim's Tower. You might get a fairy spawn depending on the strats that you're doing. But there's not really a good place for that. Palace of Darkness, you do have a spot. Here. If you have the powder. Because a lot of you will be doing this basement right here. Where you come and get a key here. So you'll have a chance here to use your powder here if you want. You're going to come down and get this key. Oh, no, it's not this one. I haven't done this route for so long. Is it here? Okay, so you'll probably come and get this key. And then you've got 2 chances to powder a fairy here. Right? So this would be another place to come and get a fairy if you wanted to fill it up. If you're doing this route, if you're doing the Hammerium, obviously you will not be coming here. In Thieves Town, there's quite a few places to powder. And this is actually one of my favorite places to powder is in Thieves Town. So after the basement, no, it's not here. It's the entrance after Big Key. Backtracking, this is it. Yeah, there is. I can show you that one. You're right. That's a very good point. On Palace Overworld, yeah, there is a tree there. I forgot about that one. It's right here. There would be another tree you can get. Try that one more time. There she is. Bye-bye. Alright, so Thieves Town. Backtracking. So this is actually a guaranteed fairy right here. Actually did that too late. It's been a while since I've done this. I think. Yeah, so you just want to stand just below the doorway here. Then you're going to powder. Make sure you're outside the doorway, and then when you powder, you can switch to the net, and you can get this fairy every single time, okay? Just out the doorway here. Like that. If you go too low, you'll just grab the fairy like this. Depending on the RNG that you get, but if you go quite low here, like this, you're just going to instantly grab the fairy. But if you stay high in the doorway here, you can get this fairy like consistently every single time. Like that. This is a really good fairy to get. And Thieves Down again, if we continue on some more. You can go upstairs. There are going to be 2 more spots to get powder up here. Or 1 more spot. In here. Okay, so there are like loads of places to get hearts here. These drop hearts. This guy drops hearts. You just piss off because nobody likes you. This is another heart. And then this is where you're going to get your fairy here. If you just want the fairy, stand close to it like this. And if you want to catch it, stand far away like this. Okay? If you stand far away, this is 100% guaranteed. There's no way that this can screw you up. If you stand here, I'm not sure if you can. I think this may be consistent here. I'm not sure. Yeah, no. See how I couldn't get my net off in time? So stand back. Like, the hitbox is huge. Look how far away I can, like, do it from. You don't need to be close to the spot. Now, if you go too far away, that can happen. So I kind of stand, you know, fairly close, but not touching the pot. Oh, well, I just got fucked there myself. Okay. But this will give you the best chance to get the fairy without it being... And if you do it, like, really fast, like I'm doing here, you should be able to catch this most times, okay? Without it her being a bitch. She can be a bit of a bitch sometimes. Next place I'd say that you will be grabbing safeties will be... So I guess I never did talk about before Thieves Down. So when we activate the flute, we're going a little bit back in time here, okay? So once we doodly-dee, okay? This is where you're going to grab all of your stuff. Now I'm going to give myself some of the equipment here that I need. I need the mushroom. I'm going to need a couple of bombs, I guess. I'm going to need... what else do I need? That should be all I need. Okay, so this is what we call early shopping route. Okay, so this is when you're on the way to Thieves Town. Okay, you're gonna get the flute and you're gonna go shopping. Okay, you're gonna get your handbags out. You're gonna get your shopping bags. And we're gonna go shopping. We're gonna get stacked to the gills. We're gonna get some powder. We're gonna get some half magic. We're gonna get bottles. Like, you name it, whatever you want. We're gonna go get it. All right. The first thing I would suggest when you're doing this route is you're going to go get the nether on the mountain. And the reason that we go get our shopping now is that when you're a beginner, doing these screens is hard. Even advanced, doing these screens is hard, okay? So it doesn't matter if you get hit here or this happens to you, you know, or you see you get hit by cabbages. If you're not doing the route where you do the spin speed, this does not matter because we're going to refill our health before we go back to Thieves Town, okay? This is why this is such a great idea. You go up, you get the medallion, then you're going to flute away once you get the medallion. You're going to go to Ice Rod Cave. You're going to go get the Ice Rod, okay? Again, doesn't matter if you take hits here. It's very rare that you're going to lose like 7 hearts on these 2 screens, okay? Get your Ice Rod, blah, blah, blah. Then once you've done your Ice Rod, you're going to go and the Witch's Hut. You're going to give her the mushroom. Okay. Just going to say, we'll come back later. There is now an option to get a fairy in here. Okay. So this is another place to get a fairy. Okay. So if you have the bottle here and the net, right here, you can net dash this. Okay. Let's kill this guy so he's not my way. Then I'll make a save state to show you. You can literally net dash this. Maybe not. Maybe from this side it works. I can't remember. So you can do that if you want. If you want to guarantee the fairy. If you just want to get it, you can try doing this. Sometimes this happens though. Like, that's terrible. So if you want to be really safe, you can just come around here. Net dash. Instantly get the fairy and disappear. If you want to just grab it here. I would suggest though, coming in, I would just maybe kill this guard with a spin. Then a net dash. And then I go back like this. Then you're going to go and get your item, which is going to be the powder. Okay. After you've got your powder, you're going to talk to this guy. And guy, girl, I'm not sure what this is anyway. How's it? They will fill your health. Okay. I wouldn't suggest grabbing potions here unless you plan to get a potion here. You can get a blue potion here if you want, but you will have to go to something like Hype Cave, which is not at the, like, it's not. If you want to go to Hype Cave, get 300 and get a blue potion here, that is also an option as well. Okay, so after Palace of Darkness, when you're going to Thieves Town, you could head down south, jump into Hype Cave, grab 300, and then you could grab a potion here as well. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay? So if you want to run with a fairy and a blue potion, so be it. Do it. Okay? These are all options that you have. I'm actually have people doing routes right now that have a bottle and a green potion. And that's a route that I've devised for people that are learning to drop silvers in Gold Sword and are scared of some of the fights like Trinex, or scared of Ganon, scared of running out of magic. So I actually have some people that I'm coaching right now who are grabbing one bottle with a fairy in it and grabbing one green potion. And they're getting it on the way to Flippers, and it gives them a backup in case they fail Cold Stare, in case they fail Trinex, in case they fail anything in GT, in case they fail Ganon. They have a potion to back themselves up. So lots of different ways and routes to play this game. Okay. After you come out of here, you're going to go and get half magic. So we've got the Ether on the mountain medallion. We've got the ice rod. We've now got powder. Okay. We're going to go back. I can't remember when did we get half magic? Probably grab. I actually can't remember when did we get half magic? Somebody remind me. No, we get half magic when we turn the dwarf in. Yeah, with tempered. Yeah, I haven't got half magic for so long, but yeah, we get that. Okay, so that would be your shopping route, and then we'll get the half magic later. Okay, so medallion on the mountain, the ice rod, go turn your powder in. Now we have powder. We have bottles, we're stacked. We should be pretty good at this point. And then we did the fairies in Thieves Town. The next place that you would potentially get fairies would be Skull Woods. We will show the getting tempered because we're going to show you how to do the so you're going to turn this in. I will give myself the powder because I'll have it at this point. So you'll drop off the dwarf. Likes to talk a lot. Very cheap upgrade. And then you will go out here like this. And get your powder out. Now, I cannot remember if you have to exit the screen here or not. We're going to test that out because it's been a long time since I've done this. But you might be able to just go up and get your sword after this, but I don't know, so we'll find this out together. Alright, here we go, save state. Let's see if it gives me my sword. Yeah, no, so that doesn't work. So after here, you're going to exit. Then you're going to come back up. And then you get your sword. And then exit like that. Okay. So then we have half magic, tempered. We have basically everything in the game at this point. The next place that you're going to get a potential fairy is on Skull Woods. There is... I'm not going to go about catching them now because I've showed you different ways to do that. But right here, there's a fairy. There's two fairies. Why is there two fairies? What the hell? I didn't know there was two fairies there. Is that normal? I've never seen two fairies in my life. Why did that happen? Why is there two fairies there? I remember two fairies being there. Oh, there you go. You want two fairies? There's two fairies. Learn something new every day. They live there. Well, I mean, at least they've got a partner. I mean, that would suck living under that rock by yourself. At least they got someone to keep them company. Yeah, I can net dash too. I mean, I don't want to go over all of it, but you can pretty much net dash all of them, like Pop said, but... Well, I guess I'll show it quickly, but... Yeah, the same concept can be used all of them. Trees, you have to dash from the left. This, you can dash from the right. And it works like that. That won't work for a tree, though, I don't believe. I think trees, you have to go from the left. Again, it's not really super important, but if you wanted to do that, then that would work. There is a couple of spots in... welcome in, by the way, Concision. There is a couple of spots in Skull Woods that you can get fairies. There's actually a lot of spots in Skull Woods when you're doing the beginner route. So there will be the mummy room for a start. If you're doing the mummy room, give yourself a boomerang. Just like boomeranging these guys. Don't make this room harder than it has to be. Just boomerang those guys. Look how easy this room is. This game is so easy. Okay? Don't be a hero. This will be your first spot here. Okay? There's your fairy. Okay? So that's the first spot. The second spot will be when you fall down. Again, this is the beginner route. You would fall down here. Make a save state so people know. So this is a potential route that beginners will do. One can spawn there when you kill that there. There is also some stuff in here. There's hearts, there's bombs, there's magic. Yeah, this is kind of a little bit of an unknown one, but sometimes that fairy will spawn there when you kill that mini Helma. So it's good to know about that it can spawn there. And then from here, this is a route that not a lot of people might have seen, but you can come down here and you can just walk along this pit here. And then if you dash down here like this, you will always... Oh, this is a different category, never mind. But yeah, you can come like this. But we can't get out. Do I have the hook shot here? This might not be. This might be a different route I'm thinking of. No, it is. That's right. You go like this. Never mind. I forgot about this. Okay, this is how you do it. So I'll show you that again. I'll show you what this looks like in real time as well. So that's if you do hit that. No, I remember what this road is now. Okay, I remember now. I remember now. I got it. Okay. Take me a while. Okay, so you would throw a bomb like this. And you go like this. Now what you do is you move to the left here. Like this. Like that. And for whatever reason, this always kills this mold arm. I don't know why. You can use a pause menu here if you want. But this will always kill this mold arm. I don't know why it locks it, but this is 100% consistent. You would grab this. So that's an option to get a fairy as well. Probably a route that not a lot of people have maybe seen before. I did this route when I first started. The next place you can get it is in Skull Woods. A couple of different spots. The entrance, we'll have another one. Back half, Skull entrance. Get myself some powder here. Okay, powder. Yeah, and this is another one of those rooms that looks hard, but it's really not that hard. You can just fire your way through this room. It's not a hard room. Like, how easy was that? Now, there's some super cool stuff you can do here if you want. You know, you can do like this sort of stuff if you really want to, like get really fancy with it. But as a beginner, just fire out everything. You don't need, just make it easy. If you want to do this and preserve some magic, you just want to walk. Okay, it's not a hard room, okay? This would be another spot that I used to get a fairy at like this. This is what I used to do. If you wanted to... This can be a little bit of a dodgy one, this though. I wouldn't suggest like trying to catch this fairy by any matter of means. But it is a nice cheeky way to get a health refill if you want. You might take a hit for it too. So that would be a fairy chance there. Next fairy chance, Ice Palace. There's a few different spots that you can get it. First being a room that I wouldn't suggest it, but if you really are scared, you can come in here and you can try and powder this anti-fairy. You can stand up here like this. It will come to you eventually. So there are ways to like guarantee getting it. This is usually the spot that I recommend is at the top. So you come in here with powder. You kill this. And you can come up like this and get it like that. And then you can dash out the room like this. You can get it quicker than that if you want to. I think you can get it instantly if you are on the ball with it. I'll make a save state this time. Like that. Would be another option. There is also a fairy right there as well. Like that. So there's two fairies in this room. If you wanted to catch one, this would be the one to catch. This would be the one to get the refill from. Because this one you're going to catch as it's moving away. And it's going to be standing over there. You can catch this one, get a quick refill. You're out of there. Like this. Not a popular spot for refilling, but if you just wanted to come in and grab a quick refill, it's a nice refill. Very easy. Probably cost you a second. Not the end of the world. Next spot that you would get it on is probably before you do the last two screens. There is another spot that you can come and get a fairy up here. Right here. Then you can dash out. So that'd be another fairy spot. After that, the next one I would say would be in Swamp. I can't remember. I don't think there's any spots in Swamp, really. Yeah, there is a couple of spots. They're kind of dodgy, though. There is one spot. There's an anti-fairy somewhere, isn't there? Let me see. I could be lying here, but... No, it's not this room. I thought there was one room where there's an anti-fairy. If you see an anti-fairy in Swamp, you can powder it. Pretty much anywhere there's an anti-fairy. I think there is one somewhere. I just can't remember. I'm not used to powdering stuff in Swamp. Swamp's kind of like a death by 1,000 cuts dungeon. So I can understand wanting to get one, but I don't think there actually is one in here. Misery Mire, there's lots of places to powder. Now, powder is... for beginners, they're probably not going to be doing the statue pool after Big Chest. Statue pool. Ah, yeah, that's the one. Is that an anti-fairy there? No, there's a jelly. Is there one in that room? The room has an anti-fairy? Okay, there you go. Give me some items here. Oh, there was one somewhere. As you can see, like, if you're ever trying to get somewhere and you don't have items, you can go into, like, your equipment, and you can give yourself, like, the big key for Swamp Palace if you wanted, like this. You can give yourself, the small key. You can give yourself, like, small keys, and that can just open this door. So that's kind of, like, where that comes in useful. Where's the anti-fairy? I don't know anti-fairy in here. Anyone know if there's an anti-fairy anywhere in Swamp? Yeah, I just can't remember. Maybe one somewhere. Gotta be one somewhere. Either way, if you see an anti-fairy, you can powder it. Misery Mire, there's lots of spots to do this. You can do it in the Barry key room. So this one has it. You can powder this if you really want. You can powder this anti-fairy here. That would give you some health there. The next place to do this and Mire would be when you're getting the big key. There's another spot. This is a very easy one to get. Like this one here. So you'd have powder. This is very easy to get, this one. You just walk in the room. Powder. Go. If you wanted to catch it. Powder. Get your bug net out. Catch it. Yeah. This is a really easy one to get. There are some more in the Wizrobe room in Mire if you wanted to get those ones. So right here, there are one right here if you wanted to get it. There's another one right here. The one I do want to show you, okay? And this is for people who fake powder and powder, okay? This is something I see a lot, and it drives me nuts, okay? I'm going to show you how to get the fairy before Viri. The easy way. Okay? I see a lot of people do a lot of strange things here. Now, you do need 2 hearts to do this strat. So if you've got 2 hearts, don't do this strat. But if you have 2 hearts, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do it with fake powder as well, okay? So if you have the powder, all you're going to do is... This will be a popular spot, okay? Hold left, get hit by this, face up, powder. Very easy way to do this. It's 100% consistent. You'll never miss it, okay? Do not try and do this and then try and get it here. I've seen people die doing this, okay? What happens is they get stuck in the door, okay? Then this happens, and then they're like, they get chased, and then they're like trying to do this, and then like they're trying to grab the fairy. Like, I've seen all sorts of shit go wrong here, okay? Take the hit, face up, get the fairy, and go. It's very, very, very easy. This is very good for fake powder too, okay? Now I'm going to show you what I'd suggest to do if you have fake powder, okay? Because there's a very specific way I like to teach this, okay? So if you're fake powdering and you're doing spooky, this is what it should look like for number 3 here. So spooky action 2. So this is for some more advanced people. You know who you are. I'll get myself the mushroom here. Okay. I'll do an easy way, just... That doesn't seem right, though. No, this is not the correct magic. Something's not right here, so hold on. So basement, that save state did not give me the right. Oh my goodness me, okay, hold on. This is a super tile here. Sometimes the save state doesn't load it properly. I want to make sure that it loads it properly. Okay. So, I'm going to fill my magic. I'm going to go through this here. Okay. I'm going to get hit here. Okay. So, it should be Leia Samaria. Okay, no, it shouldn't be. Something doesn't seem right with this save state here. Okay, so first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. That is your fire rods. Then you're gonna have a Samaria that you lay down. Okay. And then you're gonna go 1, 2. Now this is what you should have here. Okay, so it was... Okay, now this is what I wanted to know. Okay. So this save state actually gives us too much here. Okay, so... and then just simulate this. 1, 2. This is correct. Okay, so the save state actually gives you the wrong amount of magic here. This is something to be aware of. You should actually have an extra one laid down like this. Okay. And this is the amount of magic that you should have. So be aware of this if you're practicing this strat. Why is it not working? Alright. I never actually knew this. I'm gonna have to talk about this safe state here. Okay. Alright, so this is where you would be. So this is the situation if you were doing spooky and you were going to do fake powder. This is the exact situation you will be in. It's really, really important to know this, right? Because I've seen so many people die here. So many people die not knowing how to do this properly, not knowing how to waste the magic in the correct way. And you want to burn the magic and be empty by the time you get up the stairs. And people they always forget about the one Samaria block that you have left in your inventory, and they try burn it in the next room and it kills them. Okay? I can't stress this enough for people that are doing half magic pre-vidi, but are still doing spooky. This is for you guys, okay? Everyone else will be doing powder and it's irrelevant. So you're going to do your spooky. You're going to change to the Samaria block. You're going to lay your block like that. Okay? Then I'll show you maybe this way if you do it like this. Make sure you lay the block to the left. Okay? And walk up the stairs. That is how you waste your magic here. Does that make sense for people? Very, very important that you have your magic wasted by the time that you go up the stairs. Otherwise, this room becomes super inconsistent, and you're going to have a hell of a time doing this room. If you want to be super careful about it, you can do it like this. But just make sure you burn this area somewhere. I'm going to give myself the mushroom this time. Alright, so for this room here, again, get hit. Just like that. That is the 100% consistent. Okay? Walk left, face up, the Maria, mushroom, fairy, go. Take the hit, Samaria, mushroom, get the fairy, go. Very, very, very easy strat that can go very wrong if you don't set yourself up just like this. And that's why I super recommend doing the hit strat. If you wanted to, you could obviously just stand here and do it. Like this. That would also work if you wanted to just stand here and do that. I just prefer this because it's a little bit faster and it's just, I don't know, I find this like really easy. The most important thing to remember about this is to keep spamming the button. Okay, so when you're in this menu, you're going to keep spamming that start button until the start comes up. And then you're going to keep spamming that Y button even after you spammed it. Don't try to time this. Spam the buttons, okay? So move over. Use your Samaria. Spam the pause button as fast as you can. Spam the Y button as fast as you can. You should never miss this fairy. Okay. That was something I feel really strongly about because I've seen so many people die there. So hopefully that'll help some people out. The next place to get at Turtle Rock will be on the Death Mountain screen. Right here. You can, I believe, you can get this with the hammer dash if you want. Like this. Maybe not. Can you get it from this side? Yes, you can get it from the left here. So if you really want to guarantee the fairy, you can come like this. If you want to just YOLO it, you can go like this. It's up to you. So you come out like maybe do this sort of thing. So it depends how safe you want to be. Top and left works here. I wouldn't want to do it from here though. Like I definitely do not want to do it from the top. Unless you're going to kill these things first. Yeah. So maybe if you're going to kill them, maybe get rid of these things first. That would work. Yeah, I'd probably personally do this if it was me, but I wouldn't be doing it. I'd probably just be doing this, but yeah, so top left, or if you want to kill them like this, and then do it like that, like Medium says. Definitely a suggestion as well. Whatever works for you, whatever you feel comfortable with, that's always the main game here. Lots of different options. Thank you, Medium. Lots of places in Turtle Rock to do this. I think the next place is after Chomps. There is a... Did I really do that? Powder. So right here, there is a spot. That would be your first spot. There is also a very free spot in Poke's one, which you're going to see. There is 4 anti-fairies. It is the easiest fairy to get in the game. I would suggest getting it on the way out instead of the way in. If you have lots of health, if you're scared, get it on the way in. So I would suggest doing the room, you know, doing all this, because a lot of stuff can go wrong here. You can get hit by the laser, you can get hit by these. These do 4 hearts of damage, this does 4 hearts of damage. But on the way out, well, they won't be there, and they'll be up here. They'll be over here. I'll need to, hold on, I'll need to reload the room to show you what it will look like. But if you want to get them on the way out, it's very free. Like that. Then you fill yourself for the back half. If you're scared and you want to just come in and get them at the start, that's also fine. Whatever works for you, okay? Next place to get them. There is actually a fake powder situation that you can do here. I did a video on it one time. I actually did this route in NMG for a while, when I was a 127 runner, I believe. And it's in the Pokies 2 room. Now, I did the Fire Rod strat, or Fire Rod route, for quite a while on Pokies 2, so I always had this. I am going to show you it, but it's not something I would suggest for new runners or anything like that, but it is something to be aware of if you're crapping yourself in TR and you're down to like 2 hearts and you want to get a refill. You can actually refill here. So you won't have this much. You'll probably have, I don't know, like maybe something like this. So I used to come in here and did Fire Rod strats here. And then like that. And then you can basically do it right here. If I have my shroom. Just let's load that up. So you'll probably come in with something like this. I'll give myself the shroom this time. There are some things to be aware about with this, though. Alright, so you come in, something like this, and then I'd do like this. Like that. So you can get that fairy if you want. Just have to pay attention to your magic. Most times you'll have 1 magic left, so I just waste a Samaria like that. And then there's 2 options here. You can either run up here, get this, you can either go over here, which I wouldn't suggest, and get this magic pot. And continue. So, yeah, actually, no, you do need this. It's been a while since I've done a shoot. So yeah, after you burn this here, again, this is why I don't suggest it, because it's quite complicated, this route. Then you go over here like this, and you grab this magic here like this. And this gives you enough magic to finish. And I actually used to use like arrows here. And I would do arrow strats here. I did this route for quite a while when I was 127 level. Like that. And that gives you a Samaria block for the maze. Then that gives you a Samaria block for Laser Bridge. Or whatever. Again, that's a really obscure route. But I kept dying in TR when I was like a 128, 129 level runner. And I only had like the mushroom and I didn't have like safeties, I don't believe. Or it was maybe a bit lower than that. So I wanted a way that I would stop dying in TR. Because it was like infuriating me. So I designed this route to be able to fake powder, get the magic and survive through. And it actually got me through quite a few runs. Again, I don't see beginners doing that, but it is something if you start to drop all of your safeties and you have mushroom and you have 2 hearts, like say you're like got 2 hearts going into Pokies 2, like are you going to be able to make it through the rest of the game with 2 hearts? Probably not. So this is a very easy way to get your health back. It is quite slow, but it just shows you that there is a way to get through the game. And sometimes not dying is better than losing time, you know? Or better than going too fast. There are some other spots in TR. A couple more spots there. In the switch room, they are slow, but you can come down here and get this one here, like this. There is also one here, if you want to get one here. And then this is also why powder in the long run, like think how long I've been showing you where fairies are. The longer that you have powder and the more you rely on it, the more you continually use it and just keep trying to get yourself out of jail. It does develop, in my opinion, a bad habit of like not wanting to play the game under stressful low heart conditions, because you can powder just about everything in every single dungeon, and having the bottle and not having that powder and having to go through all of these tricky situations with a backup that's not going to end your run is again why I stress to that me personally, I think it's just a better safety to have long term. But again, no right or wrong here. And GT, I think there's quite a few spots. I think floor 2 has one if you really want one. This fairy here, it goes like this. It has the same pattern, so you can come down and powder it here. There is, I think there's some other places too. The most common spot that you will see, it's another fake powder. And another thing I wanted to talk about this fake powder was, I'm almost done here. This bombable wall. This is another spot that I see. If you're going to fake powder here. And it's something I see a lot of as well. You do not need to move left or right out of this room. Can't stress that enough. If you're going to fake powder, just move down. You do not need to move left or right or anything like that. Move down. Mushroom. And then if you want to just come in like this, that is also an option too. I really like this strat. Get these. Not sure if this will work. You can also just do this. You just have to be aware that this thing's kind of an asshole sometimes. And he can get caught here, but for the most part, yeah. Obviously, if you had the powder, you would just powder. This is another way to do this room that I really like. That you might not see from people. It's very, very nice, very fast, very safe. Nothing will hit you. If you do it right, that is. And that's about it from me, I think. Any questions about that? There. Friday, February 7th. Concision, are you going live in about 40 minutes or so? Is that about right? So if you skip this key, you would grab the torch key. So you would, on the entrance here. you would just grab this key here. Now, if you grab that key here, okay, what you can do is in this room here, the bombable floor room that I just did there. Let's say we have the powder this time. Because let's say we're going to powder. What you can do is you can powder, just walk straight down, and go like this, and walk out. Very easy room. Don't need to get the key. I'm going to see if I can tie you over till Concision goes live. I think Concision's going to go live in about 30 minutes, so I might just tie you over and maybe take some questions from people, or maybe get some rooms, if you want to name some rooms that you want to see being done. Easier ways to do rooms. I can maybe tie that over for like half hour, and then I can just send you right over to Concision.